For the sake of others as well as for myself, for be straight with everyone and you'll pull through.
We're off. Oh, Mother.
Goodbye, my darling, right soon.
See you at the end of the term.
Meanwhile, will you join a carriage?
Belinda Madison, captain of the upper pool, and best all-round sportswoman of that sort. Well, as her rocky constable, not all elementary schoolgirls have been filthy hovels with thieving fathers and drunken flushed mothers. Take a walk from Asher any day, and if this Daisy Meredith is brainy enough to the school district arrangement, she has much right to a good education as the rest of us have.
But don't you see, Belinda, that if this Meredith girl proves a success, then Bridget will lose the type of person that's really into the kind of school it is today. I heard several girls and teachers last term saying how unhappy they were about the scheme.
Even Miss Gibson.
Miss Gibson will soon see sense when exam standards drop and girls leave, and Bridget loses every sports trophy it's ever won. Hockey and tennis are not taught at elementary schools.
How frightful. The journey passed miserably for Daisy, that is, until the train made a stop at a small country station.
Claire Beaumont, head girl and sports captain at Grangewood School, a shining example of true British girl. Excuse me, are any of these seats taken?
Just mine.
Bound for Grangewood School, I see.
Yes.
I don't recall having seen you before.
Oh, it's my first day at Grangewood, actually.
Well, I'm sure you'll be tremendously happy with us. Grangewood is the jolliest school in all England. Claire Beaumont, by the way, sits Daisy Meredith. Daisy Meredith?
That's right. I'm doing it up for.
Oh, of course, you must be the girl who won the scholarship.
The first of many such girls, I hope.
That's the spirit, Kitty. But there are a few silly little rotters who aren't too keen on scholarship pupils being admitted. I'd lie low if I were you, just for the first month or so till they've got used to the idea of being made flesh. Buck up, child. There's some jolly decent girls before. You'll pull through.
I'm trying to learn up too.
Look, here we are at the station.
Claire! Claire, returning girl!
I'm coming! The school is only 5 minutes away. You'll find it easily enough. Just follow the others. Chin up, Kitty.
Claire!
See you later, I expect.
Daisy stepped onto the platform of the tiny country station, scarcely able to make her way through the crowd of laughing, chattering girls. Girls of all shapes and sizes. Girls merrily exchanging greetings and holiday reminiscences with chums whom they had not seen for several long weeks. Girls in the blue and white colours Grangewood School resembled, not so much a whirlpool, as so many foaming, tumbling little waves rushing shorewards on the incoming tide and breaking thankfully on the warm, yellow sands of home. Mistresses suddenly appeared on the platform and began to shepherd the heavily throng into the lane that led to the school. They rounded the corner. I say, and there stood Grangewood School, a rambling red brick Elizabethan mansion. Its mullioned windows twinkling in the sun like so many welcoming eyes beneath curious twisted chimneys. Flowers of every scent and hue bordered the smooth green lawns, and there behind the house stretched the playing fields and tennis courts for which the school was justly renowned. As they passed through the great stone gates, the girls as one turned to look at the sapphire scenes beating against the toppy cliffs on which the school so proudly stood. mean girl. Yes. My name's Stacey Meredith. Stacey Meredith? That's right. Answering a call. Don't you believe that's my fault? Perhaps we have desk next to each other. One can have an uncommonly good time at Grangewood, as long as one doesn't upset the trees or mistresses too much. I say, are you fond of setting up stunts? I should say so. I've got 4 brothers, and we constantly play tricks on each other. Can you swim? A little. Capital. You'll soon improve. For if the weather's fine enough, the entire school goes down to an early morning dip to sea. There's absolutely scrubbing beach down the bottom of those cliffs right there. With a path leading down to it known only to ourselves. And perfectly fitting. Oh, that's Claire Beaumont. She's our letter. How uncommonly lucky. Claire is rated as sports captain and head girl. She's a first-rate tennis and hockey player as well as head of the brain. We all adore her. Her people, well, her mother actually owned Grangewood. Oh, I say. The family used to live in the building until just over 20 years ago, after Sir Digby Beaumont died. The family started to lose money, so they leased the school out to the school governors. Every year, the family loses more and more money, and now it looks as though they might have to sell to the school governors. There's talk the family fortunes might be saved. If only the Beaumont treasure could be found. Treasure? Yes! I have spent hours searching for secret pebbles and trapdoors and clues and scores of other girls, but it's probably only hearsay. Nothing's ever been found. Trixie Martin. You ought to go see Major at once. She's in a fearful mood over something. Oh, dash it. Mother's probably not named Tad my new socks. See you at tea, I expect, Daisy. Major! my dear. How very pleased we are to have you here.
Thank you.
I need not mention, of course, that the advent of Grangewood's first scholarship pupil, one who has arrived here by way of intellect and not by way of parental monetary wealth, has caused a certain amount of trepidation within the school. Much will be expected of you, both morally and academically. But from the scholastic reports I have received of you, and from the impression I have of the girl standing here before me, I am sure you will fulfill all expectations. Everyone will be anxious to help you during your first few weeks here, as we do all new girls. I do hope you will live up to the motto of Grangewood, which is also that of the Beaumont family whose ancestral home is East. Omnester quam mag, how great are noble things. But I'm sure you're tired, Daisy dear. The supper bell will be ringing shortly, and the matron will wish to see you before then. Well, run along.
Thank you, Miss Gibson.
Now, we will conjugate the verb être. In song! Un, deux, trois. Je suis tu es, il est. Nous sommes peut-être ensemble. Je suis tu es, il est. Nous sommes peut-être ensemble. Je suis tu es, il est. Oh, hell! I say it's a capital. You're to be in the same glory as me. How glorious! Johnny number 5. Nevertheless, looks right out over the ocean. In fact, something. The worst luck is, we've got to share with that stuck-up head, prig, Sybil Burlington and Margaret Smithers. I expect Miss Gibson thinks us such a good example. Miss Gibson isn't a homely jolly head mistress, though I feel she can be immensely misguided sometimes. Still, she and Jeffrey and Lord Johnson are next door, number 3, so we can organise a stunt or two between the 4 of us.
Me nine thieves! A chum after my own heart!
I said what's that?
Oh, a farewell present from the 4 brothers. I shall miss them tremendously. I've never been away from home before.
Ravenwood's a decent place. You'll survive.
It's queer, you see. But I feel strangely only at Grangewood, almost as if I've been here before.
You will let go stuff now. Come on, sit where you must, but say that.
After supper, a substantial plain meal, during which, due to the jolly conversation of her friend, Daisy failed to notice the somewhat disdainful and curious glances cast at her by some of her fellow pupils, Daisy decided to take a stroll into the Great Hall to study the ancestral portraits of the Beaumont family which hung there. A frog. I know. Daisy Meredith. Scoot around me, Daisy. Won't get our cocoa otherwise. Yes. Oh, jolly nice to have met you. Oh. After an early morning dip in a sparkling sea, a short prayer service, and jolly breakfast, or brekker as it is known amongst the girls, Daisy and the rest of the form trooped into the upper fourth classroom, there to commence her first lesson, English composition. Daisy Meredith. Can we hear you read this, please? Stand out here. Ye mariners of England that guard our native seas, whose flag is brave 1,000 years of battle and the breeze, your glorious standard launch again to meet another foe, and sweep through the deep while your stormy tempest blow, while the battle rages loud and on, and the stormy winds do blow.
Girls, please! I will not tolerate this giggling during my lesson. The holidays ended yesterday. You are here to work. Thank you, Daisy. An excellent reading. You may return to your place. Belinda, will... Daisy, come here, please. What is that on the back of your gip slip? You have a yellow patch on the back of your gip slip.
It's chalk, Miss Granville.
Brush it off, then. Why on earth you are covered in chalk, I cannot imagine. You are not in elementary school now, Daisy. We like Rangewood girls to look presentable, not as though they have been tobogganing down the sides of chalk pits. You may return to your place. Monica, have you anything to say to me? Then kindly refrain from thus speaking to your neighbors. Now, girls, I have a brief appointment to keep with Miss Gibson, so I will leave you to study at home alone, as well as the poems on page 54
not acting like a pack of mean cats. And I thought we won't stand to hear called an elementary school hit. She's a grateful girl now. One of us. Suppose she'll fall out.
You needn't be so beastly kind, Belinda.
I refuse to discuss the matter further.
Very well, Belinda. You wander on to the gallery of Plasticines, but you'll soon see whether I'm right or not. All of you.
Mr. Skablowski, the enigmatic Russian music teacher. Good morning, youngsters.
Good morning, Mrs. Skablowski.
To begin, we will all sing the song Yash Grov.
Under Green Valley, where streamlets meander, when twilight is fading, I can simply roam. Or at the bright noontide, in solitude wander, amidst the dark shades of the lonely ash grove.
We have much work to do if you are to present yourselves well at the end of term concert. You sing straight from the throat, not from here. You strain the voice otherwise. However, there is one excellent voice among you. It is this young lady who sings so sublime. Sing the next verse alone, if you please. Excellent, excellent. Did you mark how she controlled her voice and her breathing? What is your name? You are a new girl.
Daisy Meredith.
Ah, Meredith. A Welsh name. You have a voice truly representative of that musical nature. Excellent voice, excellent. I shall see that you have a solo in the end of term concert. And you, Miss Burlington, will have to prove to me that you are not as tone deaf as you seem to be. You wish also to take your place in the choir. Now we'll sing the song Sherry Rack.
Cherry
intriguing. Ain't oak shines full.
We better go and get off today's afternoon games. Hop for full.
I expect I should get horribly beaten. I've never played hockey before.
Hockey's a team game. You play as a team and you're going to lose as well.
But that I will.
Isn't it a fine thing to be back in the old school? To be back on this pitch where we fought so many battles?
Yes, Alice. 'Tis as you say, a fine thing. You know, I'm almost glad this is my final year at Grangewood. For it may be the last year the name of Beaumont appears on the title deeds.
Dear God.
The truth of the matter is, Alice, we're up a gum tree. What with mother's medical fees and my younger brother.
Digby.
Yes, dear Digby's school fees have still to be met, and the rent of the cottage is far too high for us. I was talking with mother before I came back. Unless a miracle occurs, we'll have to sell to the school governors by Christmas. I offered to leave school and find employment as a teacher, but mother wouldn't hear of it. I must say, I don't think I'm ready to leave Grangewood and go out into the world and become a proper grown-up. They say Grangewood is supposed to mirror the world. I wonder. My goodness! Someone's playing a first-rate game of hockey over here.
Aye, it's the fourth. Hard to see a look at things. Who's that girl there? She certainly can pass goals.
Oh, well, that's Daisy Meredith. She's the new kid, the scholarship girl. With some proper coaching, she could be a decent player. Look at her, never funking a single ball.
Learned it all from a book I was told.
A sportsman as well as a scholar.
There's one whose name will grace the first 11.
Well, let's off to our own practice. We've a match to win on Saturday, the opening knockout county championship game. Perhaps this year we'll come out tops.
Instead of runners-up as we've been for the past 10 years, to Verncombe's Young Ladies College.
Alice! Oh, there's Diana calling us. As the middles say, scoot around new, Alice.
We'll beat him this year. For Grangewood. For Claire. We must.
For a while, life at Grangewood for Daisy passed uneventfully, apart from the odd unpleasantness from Sybil and Martha. Then one day after prep, while she and Trip were systematically tapping wooden wall panels in the hope of finding a secret passage that would lead them to the treasure,
What are you two girls doing here? Don't you know that this gallery is out of bounds to all but teachers and prefects?
Yes, sir.
Then kindly tell me the reason why you are here, or I shall report you to your mistress. If you choose not to tell me, you will have to tell Miss Gravely, and perhaps receive more than one.
we were looking for the treasure!
Treasure?
The Beaumont treasure, sir.
Ah, I see. Well, you will not find it here. I myself have often sought its whereabouts and have carefully examined this entire section of the building. However, should you find a clue elsewhere in this school, I should be most happy to know it. Good night, ladies.
Daisy. Why the dickens did you tell Mrs. Gabasco what we were doing?
It was told Miss Granville at the bottom. There was certainly given an order not to bring that around.
The dismal cell. It's obvious Mrs. Gabasco is after the treasure from the cell. in everyone's books. We've got to move drastically and fast. Oh, look, Martha. Do you like this new shiny silver bracelet Daddy bought me as a pre-birthday present? I say, Monica, do look. Sorry, Sybil. I've commissioned from Miss Gibson for Dad to take me out to a slap-up birthday tea in town, and then out to a concert afterwards. And Daddy said I might invite a friend to accompany me. I'm thinking of asking you, Monica.
Oh, Sybil, I adore it.
All three men. Now, I'm going to read some hints in preparation for the school coaching competition. I need to win it this year. Not to get picked at post by that wretched Trixie Martin.
When do entries have to be in?
Oh, 3 to 4 weeks, I believe.
Why, Monica, are you thinking of entering? Yes. Oh, not that I could ever hope to write anything that would be half as good as anything of yours, Sybil. But I do have a tremendous fancy to have a bash at it. You know, just to show that Daisy Meredith a thing or two.
Well, dash away to your heart's content. I'm off to bed.
Did you hear Sybil snoring?
Come on to the gallery. You must be very quiet.
Daisy? What's that? What?
There's a light burning underneath the door of the second floor common room.
Voices! Burglars! I say, we must wake Miss Gibson.
And check what beautiful row we're being here ourselves.
Surely we must consider school property over ourselves.
It's all right, Daisy. I'll go to Mrs. Gibson with you. Daisy. Hold fire for a second or two.
Extinguish!
I'm trying to take a peek through the keyhole just to make sure.
What? What can we say?
What a cell!
Oh, Calhoun.
It's the second form up to their ears and then that feast. And then look. Coffee apples. Vanilla sandwiches. Donuts. Oh, I don't have a mind to go in there and demand the chef to keep me quiet.
Daisy Meredith. Perhaps you will both come and see me in my study tomorrow and inform me of the purpose of this midnight visitation. I'll wait with Miss Calder to deal with those babes. I'll see you both tomorrow.
Jemima, I thought now.
Should I not tell Miss Gibson, do you think?
If she thinks we've been utterly evil, she might.
No, the worst of it is that the second form recognise our voices or not.
Daisy, they think we were absolute snakes if they did.
They won't admit that, would they?
How else could I discover them? What we've got to find out is who sneaked on us.
left home after a particularly vehement quarrel and has never been seen or heard of since.
How fearful.
Shortly after this awful quarrel, Sir Digby died, and his brother. All manner of family heirlooms, money, valuables, disappeared. In his will, it was said that he hid the treasure somewhere within the walls of Grangewood, and a set of clues so complicated that only whosoever has wit enough to unravel these clues can unravel the location of the treasure. My father hunted unceasingly for the treasure, right up to his death about 4 years ago. Since then, no one's had much impetus to carry on with the search. Oh, and Will did say another important clue lies with my Uncle David, but as he's been gone 20 years or so, there's little hope there.
I was looking at the portrait of his family in the Great Hall, and I noticed one of the frames was empty.
Yes, now that contained the only known portrait of my Uncle David. My grandfather had it removed after the quarrel.
How tragic! Was your grandfather a scientist?
Why do you ask?
In his portrait, he's holding a jolly queer-looking instrument of some kind.
Well, it's a device apparently for measuring the distances between the stars. My grandfather was tremendously keen on astronomy.
Uncommonly rare.
Yes. Just sad. Oh, well, there goes Bella and the break. Off you go, please. And thank you most awfully for showing such an interest in the treasure.
I can declare we mean to find it for you.
Remember, no more midnight expeditions.
You'll be perfect, Sarah. On a right. have these blots appeared of their own volition?
No.
Or are you perhaps suggesting that someone else had a hand in creating this mess?
Sneak!
No. I don't know. All I know is that when I wrote them, I said it was perfectly clear any blots.
Miss Granville hesitated. She believed the morals, if not the intellects, of elementary school girls to be lower than that of the type of girl normally found at Grangewood. Yet, honesty shone forth from Daisy's face. The ring of truth was in her speech. Very well, Daisy. I will take your word for it this time that you really believe the essay handed in to be presentable. But I think that next time, perhaps, a little blotting paper would not come amiss. Now, who is this week's book monitor? Ah, Belinda. Have these exercise books back to their owners, please. Thank you. Now, girls, just a brief word on this year's school poetry competition. There are to be 2 topics, from which you must choose one only. The first being heroes. Have you all got that? Heroes. The second being a poem which must bear the title, The Meditations of a Lighthouse. These poems must not exceed 50 lines in length and must be handed in by Friday week.
Daisy found it a struggle to concentrate for the rest of that lesson. She was convinced that Sybil had had a hand in facing her work. But one of Sybil's responsibilities, as far as Calhoun performed, was to collect prep work and hand it in to the appropriate teacher, thereby giving her the opportunity to read any damage she chose. How was she to prove it without committing the despicable sin of sneaking? Only to let Sybil Acre said, "Love will be absolute bliss if she and I were chums." I'm convinced she must have some good nerve, this most prickly pear now. But she mustn't be allowed to carry on with the beastly stunts or palter with the honour of Grangewood School or the Upper Fourth, unless the quorum magna, ace best fulgent.
Here's Mr. Thompson with an immense basket of apples.
Careful, Shayna. I haven't had any bread on the orchard for days. Doesn't seem as if there's any point to it now.
Honestly, I shall write to Mummy and Daddy about the frightful state Grangewood's rapidly sinking into. First, sneaking scholarship girls. Now, thieving.
Yeah, that's beastly unfair, Sybil.
The entire school is in a ferment. The seconds have had that packed money stock for a fortnight and aren't to have any cakes or jam at tea for a week. Isn't that so, Monica? Entirely, Sybil, entirely. Is it right that the honor of the Upper Fourth and the morals of one of its members, namely Trixie Martin, should be thrown into disrepute by one girl?
Rot, Sybil.
Filthy if it's wrong.
We all shall. Daisy and I will simply go to the seconds and tell them that whoever sneaked on us was responsible for their discovery. What's more, we intend to find out who that person was and expose her to the entire school.
At that moment, however, Mr. Skiblowski entered the form room to commence his geography lesson with the form. Good morning, youngsters.
Mrs. Darcy.
Please open your geography textbooks at page 31. This morning you will study Peru.
Daisy opened her book with the appropriate page. But as she did so, a printed piece of paper slipped out of the book and fluttered onto the floor. Daisy paled as she picked it up, suddenly aware that Sybil Burlington had also read the words printed on that piece of paper.
First of all, I will announce the results of last Wednesday's geography test, beginning from the bottom. Sybil Burlington, 21 out of 100 marks. Dora Johnston, 48. Monica Smithers, 74. Trixie Martin, 81. Belinda Matheson, 91. Daisy Garrison, 93. Well done, especially Belinda and Daisy. Sybil, I am surprised at you. Your marks are usually not as poor as this. If they continue to be this appalling, I shall have you sent down the first 4 for geography lessons.
Geography was the second lesson that morning, which failed to leave any impression upon Daisy's mind, which was whirling upon another issue far removed from the jungles and mountains of